So there's something called the erotic mind control community, right? And then did you look up what erotic mind control is?
Yeah, I saw the...
And then this girl went viral talking about, she's part of this community, and she goes, so there is a racism problem in the erotic mind control community, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, she goes, I want to address something that will probably surprise no one. By the way, yeah. I mean, obviously, erotic mind control this community's got.
Absolutely.
And then the erotic mind control community has a problem with racism. As a vocal community that is very white, many of us have had the luxury of not being affected. We have heard racist stories and portrayed BIPOC as exotic creatures or as offensive, hurtful, racist stereotypes. So if you look up what erotic mind control is, it's this community of weirdos, and they have a thing where they get together, and one of them is basically a hypnotist and then hypnotizes the other person. And then the idea is you're hypnotized, and then they basically like dominate you. And then you're
like turning into like basically like a lobotomized sex slave kind of thing.
Kind of, yes.
But the person's willingly getting hypnotized.
Yes, and it has that, but it's all like that same, it's the same like vein of like BDSM where it gets a little rough. Your hypnotist might get a little rough with you.
You wake up and you're just like all bloody, and you go like, where am I?
Yeah.
What happened?
And apparently they've also been a little racist.
This must be post Get Out. It must be related to all the someone watched Get Out and they go, I don't know, what we're doing is very okay.
Yeah, you like that, you little fucking dirty bitch. And he goes, is that misogynist? Like, I guess what happens is they need to consent beforehand to the racism that's about to come at them. But it was just, if this wasn't my blogger video of like filling in the blanks,
for sure.
The erotic mind control community has a racism problem. This is what they said about erotic mind control. Imagine allowing your mind to slip into the control of another human being within a sexual setting. Their words alone granting them power over your very existence. So this is their selling. Like,
this is essentially just pickup artistry.
Oh, a bunch of dudes have convinced girls that like, no. It's not that we meet up and I like hypnotize you and then bang your fucking hypnotized body. We're a community.
Yeah, we're a community.
It's a cult leader.
Yeah.
This is the kind of guy like, and then it's probably the type of guy, like, first of all, hypnotists, I know 3 guys that are like hypnotists, all sleazeballs.
You know 3 hypnotists?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I know one guy that was like a hypnotist actually, and 2 guys that like
amateur hypnotists.
They're pickup artist types.
Yeah. Well, this seems like pickup artistry kind of stuff.
Pickup artist guys are all into hypnosis and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it seems like they would be.
You know who else is into hypnosis? Scott Adams.
Oh, right. Yeah, he is into that.
And Scott Adams, just to get a little off track, made a point that everyone was yelling at him for on the internet, but I honestly thought it was... Couldn't agree more. He said, the worst life decision a young single person can make is getting a dog. It limits your options by about 40%.
Oh, yeah.
And people were killing him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Dog owners, I imagine.
I've watched this in my own personal life. So many people that don't have enough money to like get a dog. They don't have enough money for insurance. They don't have enough money to put the dog like at a babysitter service.
I mean, we're literally just talking about JJ, but
you're a chick too.
No, I mean, our dog's a pain in the ass sometimes, but it's not like ruining our life.
Well, I mean, because you deal with it and she's not single.
We got to deal with it.
But you're telling me that if it was just her, that wouldn't be a huge hassle? It's like...
it is a huge hassle. I mean, it's like a kid.
Shit,
it's like you can't just do
stuff.
There
was 3 times we were about to go away and they're like, couldn't because of the dog.
What?
Yeah. We were going to go somewhere and then she couldn't figure out.
Oh, there was the dog just got injured. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It really does.
It does, yeah. It's like having a kid. It's like having a kid kind of, but not.
Yeah, but my point, the problem is people kind of have kids to some degree for the most part, especially in a city like, at least around like 30. People get a dog at like 21 and it like really messes their stuff up.
Oh, for sure. I would not.
Although some people were being funny, but they quote tweeted him being like 100%. Scott Adams went on a date with a girl that said she didn't want to smash because she had to go take care of her dog. he went home fuming and wrote that tweet.
Just rage tweeted that. He goes, dogs are fucking up their life. It's fucking up my life.
Which was making me laugh.
They canceled Dilbert.
Yeah. Shout out Scott Adams, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
But I think that...
No, I agree for sure. I mean, dude, the
JJ,
money.
JJ, his life has like been so fucked up from his dog.
Oh, it's insane,
dude. He's like a touring comic. Every time he tours, he's like cost him $400 for someone to go watch the dog.
He has 2 old dogs in diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I don't know. I'm not saying don't get a dog, but I think the point is, if you are getting a dog, have like roommates. Have it. But if you live by yourself and the dog,
tough.
it's like, I mean, it's signing up to be. If you said the kid thing, but like people don't sign up to be a single mother. Like at least there's a second parent involved. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's almost like you're signing up from the get go to be like a single parent.
Yeah. Dogs are awesome though. I'm sure half the people who listen to us have a dog. So we're dividing the.
No, because I bet you half the people that have those dogs, or most of the people that have those dogs, are in a like a couple.
Right,
having a dog is a couple that like isn't poor. Think you can't like afford to put in a thing. You can't afford insurance, like all that stuff.
You know what the craziest dog owners are? I had an.
If you have a bit of money, or you have like a partner.
Exactly. If you have money, that takes kind of care of the whole thing. But I had one of my exes, her dad was like pretty old school, and he was like into dogs, but he had a rule where like if anything for the dog costs more than $500, you put the dog down.
That's a tough rule.
Which is like most things cost more than $500 for a dog. That's like something a little above a.
Who was this?
My ex, like from 10 years ago, her dad. Like they had
puts
dogs.
the kid's dog down?
No, they had dogs, but like his rule was like if anything for the dog, like if the dog gets hurt and it needs more than $500, it's just like new dog.
And then she's like, your ex is like, that seems like a little high. It seems a little low. And she goes, it's 400 for you.
Yeah. What do you think it's gonna be for you? He was just like this.
I got you pinned at a couple grand, so keep
like
pushing it.
This really old school dude, and he just like grew up really poor, and like that was just like how he's like, I like dogs, but it's like it's still a dog.
I think I kind of get that, but I think especially when you have kids involved, like if you want to be like so stoic that you're that kind of guy or whatever.
Yeah, but kids are like, it's like their best friend.
Yeah, you're like
for $500, and the kid's like, I have $500. He goes, no. It's just the rule's the rule.
Yeah, the rule's the rule. Yeah, because your kids will be like, I'll sell all my clothes. I'll
everything.
Sell everything.
Not.
It's not about the money. It should be a little bit.
It's a principle thing.
That's crazy.
Grab the shovel.
How many dogs did they put down?
I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe they just like let them be injured, you know?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I remember hearing that go, oh, yikes.
Especially when it's going to be a yikes from the Boyscast.
Yeah, I know. Especially anybody who owns a dog, you're like, yeah, there's so many things that cost more than $500.
Yeah, but I would just say it's like having a kid super early obviously is like a big hassle.
Yeah.
Like, but it's fine if you have money and like an actual like partner, like you know what I mean. You're in.
And
like,
also, it's like kind of the point of people.
Sure.
To reproduce. There's no like dogs are not the point.
Yeah,
but they're cool. I like dogs.
You're right. Sometimes it's a replacement.
Yeah,
for that,
for sure. Oh man, the amount of batshit crazy ladies in New York City walking around with dogs and strollers because they like obviously never had a kid.
Well, I was talking about that on stage for a while. That girls don't have kids in major cities, so they just have to try to mother everyone on the internet.
Or they get like crazy and they like, literally push a dog around in a stroller, and like you're like that dog wants to be walking. Like it's not like that dog. Like that dog's like kind of like being
What's
like,
the
yo,
point?
I'd love to. Because they never had a baby. So they're now like just replacing that. And it's like the dog's like, I'd like to walk, please.
Yeah, that's what happens. These girls end up, that's who ends up in the erotic mind control community, by the way. Being a hypnotist would be crazy though for your chick, being like, it's like, you don't want to go to Bermuda.
That would be the best. Anytime she wants to do anything, he goes, no, you don't.
Yeah. You're actually pretty down with me smashing tons of other chicks. You're repulsed by any other man but me. But yeah, a lot of the pickup artist guys are very into like hypnosis. When I snap my fingers, you will slob on the knob. So that's what apparently in the community of guys that have convinced girls to come over to their house and hypnotize them so they can be their sex slave.
Are there any female hypnotists? Or is that like a male dominant?
No, they can't hold the amulet.
Pocket watch is more of a dude thing.
Yeah, they're not able to hold it's more of it's too meaty for them.
Or is like there's something with women's voices, like the frequency that doesn't work for hypnotists.
You do kind of. I think hypnotists do sort of need to sit in this.
That's what I'm
region.
saying. They do.
They need the NPR voice. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not a friend of the podcast.
Not a friend of the podcast.
Hi, my name is. Yeah, so it would be good to be able to like hypnotize your girl like that, but they said the erotic hypnotist will take the role of the dominant. Oh, Willie, you know what I mean? He wouldn't.
He goes, you are going to peg me.
Yeah, I don't think
You want to peg me.
that would be bad. Hypnotizing a girl into like doing some dominant shit to you, if she's not in control anymore, that could end badly.
Yeah.
Are the ones that choose the direction, as they are the ones that choose the direction of the hypnosis, who maintain control over the situation. I'll tell you what, these mind control guys got to hypnotize this girl out of her stop posting about their community.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what I mean?
Hypnotize them into fucking reading a book and getting off the internet.
I think that's what one of these, you know what happened is always the girls took over the movement, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do think that it would be these hypnotized. The obvious answer is get these, girls together and hypnotize them to be like, you actually don't see, imagine that worked. Like it's the Vice video we did, like, when I snap my fingers, you won't see racism, sexism, and transphobia everywhere you look. Yeah. It's always a weasel. It's like a hypnosis guy. I think
Always.